Hi, I'm Rain.
And this is RavenWynd, and you're listening to the Feather and Bone podcast. Two witches talking about everything witchy and nothing at all. So, once again, we didn't really put a lot of preparation and planning and whatnot into this episode. I was actually going through my stuff trying to find, gently used books that we can, take to sell at Beltane, and I ran across Doctor's Favorite Natural Remedies, the safest and most effective natural ways to treat more than 85 everyday ailments.
So we picked our favorite ailments.
Yeah. And it was because I was on the phone with you, as we are always on the phone with each other. And you're like, hey, I have that book as well. So I was like, you were like, let's just do that for the podcast. I was like, okay. So that's what we did. And even like going through and picking out what we were going to cover just about caused me to have
a stroke. What was it? One point we came across something, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I can check my BMI.
Yeah. So, because so there's a couple different sections in the book, and at the beginning of each section is an alphabetical list of what that section's going to cover. So my thought was, hey, let's go through this list letter by letter and choose out what we want, because I'm a control freak.
She really is.
So I'm like, okay, let's look at what's in A. And she's reading stuff from like G. Yeah. And I'm like, we need to...
I was clear into R.
Yeah. And I was like, we need to go down the list. Like, we can't just bounce back and forth.
Well, we could.
We could have. But I could not handle it. I couldn't handle it. And at one point, I was like, why don't you just let me? Because you were trying to find it. Like, you knew you had the book.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'll follow along. I was like, I can just read it to you. Like, it's not. And you're like, no. So I had to wait for you to find the book. And as you're finding the book, you're like, oh, I found my Lego Bible. And I'm like, what? So yeah, even getting ready for this podcast tested me a little bit yesterday.
This is why you don't have children.
It really is. Like, my children would hate me.
They really would.
Yeah, I know they would. They would hate me.
You'd be like one of those parents where their kids divorce them in court.
Yeah. We would show up at court and you'd be there. And they're like, I just want to go live with Jennifer.
I'd be going, I told you so.
Yeah. My kid would be like, I'm just going to go live with Jennifer. Oh, well, I just said your name fucking twice. I don't know anymore. I don't know my name. I don't know your name.
Don't fold. Oh.
It's a paperback book. And I opened up to the first. You guys you got to understand why she's losing her mind. I opened up to the first thing we're going to cover, and I folded the front cover behind the back. And she's losing her mind.
I can't handle that.
You don't ever, I'm so tough on books. Like, I'll even...
Is it still folded?
Yeah, it's going to be folded the whole podcast, because that's how I roll. I'll even, go to the center of the book and crack the spine. Yeah. She's just shaking her head. Dawn's having a moment.
I'm going to go make a sandwich.
Oh, you're going to... Well, okay. Hurry up, because the first one you wanted to cover, because you have this issue.
Oh, I'll cover mine.
Okay.
And then I'll make my sandwich.
Because it was so funny, because we went through the list, and we're like, well, I have that. and you have that. Well, I take this medicine. You take that, medicine. So, now there are some things in here that we don't have. And you'll know when we get to it. Because we're going to say we don't have it.
Wow.
It's called building suspense.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh God.
The first one I picked is allergies. Mm-hmm. Because I have allergies.
Yeah.
To the point my nose hole swells shut.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anywho. It says there's something called sublingual immunotherapy. What is this? I'm going to skip this part. Okay. Butterbur.
Wait. Why are you skipping it?
Because it says referring me to another page, and I don't want to flip through my book.
Oh, well, it also says you'd have to be referred to a practitioner by your doctor.
But there's an herb called butterbur, and it says this herb works well as an antihistamine. It works as well as a prescription one, which I cannot pronounce. So butterbur can help. Vitamin C reduces allergy symptoms. Holy crap. Okay.
Wait a minute. The vitamin C. It come from a 2013 study of 4,554 Korean children.
Yes. What is so funny?
I don't know. I'm like, where do you get that many Korean children? I'm like, Korea?
Okay, guys.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I don't know why that tickled me so much. Okay.
Wow.
Carry on.
I don't know how to pronounce this next one.
Oh.
Quercetin. Holy God, guys. Usually it's me that's retarded, but this time...
Korean children.
What's so funny about Korean children?
What? I have no idea. Okay.
Her face is red. Are you crying? You're crying.
I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to calm down.
Okay, the one I just spelled, Quercetin. It says this stops certain immune cells from releasing histamines. And you know, histamines are what trigger allergic reactions.
Yes.
Now this one, I even told her yesterday, I don't see anyone I know trying this next one. It's called the elimination diet. And you know, pagans, we love our food.
Oh, do we ever?
Like, we love, every pagan I know loves to eat. But it says, I'll tell you about it anyhow. It's called the elimination diet. And it's just saying, you know, a lot of your allergies can be caused by food intolerances that you don't even know you have. So you would try to figure out what it is that's causing the problems. Like, you could be like, maybe I'm eating too much cheese, and maybe cheese makes me have allergies. So you would start cutting cheese out of your diet. And if that didn't work, you'd move on to something like, I don't know, bread or milk or something like that. And cut that out of your diet.
I just think that would take a really long time to find.
You know, my son's pediatrician did that for himself and dropped a shit ton of weight.
Because you're not eating anything.
Well, he was eating. But
You're pretty much like, you're like,
He had to cut milk out of his diet.
Because that was what was making him sick?
Yeah. And he dropped all kinds of weight. He looked fabulous.
Fabulous.
Okay. Now, I don't know how to spell this one. I mean, how to say it either. Perilla.
Perilla?
Perilla. Or if you're Spanish, parilla. Oh, God, guys. This is starting out bad. Okay. It says those leaves are I'm
snotting and everything now.
The perilla is used to treat fish and crab meat allergies.
You know, in Japan, I could see that being
a big deal,
a problem, because most of their diet is made up of seafood. You know.
Yeah. It's saying here a quick fix for a stuffy nose is nasal irrigation. Now, I am not one to take a spray bottle thingy and squirt massive amounts of saline up my nose, so
yeah,
I'm not down for that, but some of you guys might be.
you may like it. Remember that day I was having real bad? We were going to Pagan Pride.
Yes.
And I had just a horrible stuffy nose, like painful and everything.
She couldn't breathe at all. And
you were like, well, let's stop at, it was Walgreens, I think.
I don't know, it was a drugstore.
Yeah, and got what was it? A Zyrtec or something?
Hang on, I have some.
She's like, here, try this nasal spray. And
I have the cheapo brand. I don't have the name brand.
Yeah, I got the name brand. But anyway, like Afrin. but it was like loaded with medicine and stuff.
I love Afrin.
And she was like, oh, it's so great. It's so wonderful. And I'm like, I've never used a nasal spray ever.
Afrin's the shit.
So we're sitting in the car and I go to use it and I use it. And all of a sudden, guys, it was like I poured straight acid into my fucking sinuses.
She's a baby.
I started crying.
She was crying.
It hurt so bad.
She was crying from nasal spray.
But we've also kind of thought maybe, because I've had sinus issues ever since the brain surgery.
However, you could breathe like a son of a bitch.
It really worked. That's because it burned out what was needed.
Now, I use that stuff, and I have never had pain or anything with it.
Oh, it's horrible.
So I don't know what happened.
About killed me. Now, I am going to go back and talk about the thing that you skipped, because I was reading it.
See? She's controlling everything.
But, like, because what it's saying is, like, after you have to know what your allergy is. And then what they would do is they prepare a substance with that allergen, and the patient takes this as drops under their tongue and builds up a resistance as the dose is gradually increased. Now, that's what they do with allergy shots. Like, once you find out what you're allergic to, and then you have to go once a month, or I think my mom goes once a week and gets allergy shots. But it's just they slowly increase until, like, you build a resistance up to that. Now, here's the thing, and this is why I wanted to mention that, because I've heard that, like, if you have really bad seasonal allergies, that what you should do is find someone that makes honey from, like, in your area, like a local beekeeper that has honey.
I don't know any local beekeepers.
Well, I'm sure, like, they have that.
Oh, hell no.
It's on mute. The view is playing on the television.
They are not getting my ratings.
Well, turn the channel.
I'm putting it on Maury.
Okay. But you would, because we have that thing over in Fayetteville where every Saturday in the summer they have, like, the people that show up and sell their baked goods and all that.
Oh, the one we mean to go to every year, but
we never do. Like a farmer's market. Like, you could go to any place like that and find, locally sourced honey. And just, if you eat that honey all through the winter, you're going to build up an immunity to the pollen and stuff that's in your area for when spring comes. So that's why I wanted to mention that, because it is kind of similar what they're talking about, putting the drops under the tongue to develop an immunity.
Guys, as she's saying that, she's putting drops under a tongue.
I wasn't, my fingers were nowhere near my mouth, but I was doing a drop motion with my fingers. And I'm pretty sure your dog just got lung juice all over your chair.
No. You bastard!
Her little tiny dog has a mega esophagus. And every now and then she has no control over
Get down!
What she
Go!
Coughs up.
Get down!
You can probably hear. Oh gosh. Okay, so anyway, the next one is anxiety. Now this is something like you have anxiety.
Yes.
I have moments of anxiety, but I wouldn't say that I have anxiety.
I have anxiety all the time. Like, I've had people try to do energy healing on me and psychic readings on me.
Yeah.
And they can't, because their chest tightens up and they can't breathe. They can't handle picking up on my anxiety.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them like, what? I feel fine.
Like, you even, when you start a new, like, when you first talk to a new psychic, you'll even say, like, okay, listen, before we go any further,
I'm not upset.
I'm not upset, because they always tell you just need to calm down. You need to find some calm in your life. And you're like, no, this is normal for me. I'm fine today.
This is calm to me. I don't know what it feels. I don't know what they're talking about when they say I need to relax.
Yeah. Like, you're like, I'm actually relaxed right now.
Yeah, I'm so used to feeling this way all the time. I don't know.
So you're like, we need to move on. My question is.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to answer to. I don't want to hear about my anxiety because I know it's there.
I'm aware of it.
One of the first thing that the book talks about with, suggested remedies is lifestyle factors. Take steps to lessen the stress in your life and make sure you're getting enough sleep.
Do you think I could suck the cream filling out of this?
I'd like to see you try.
You really?
I would. Are you going to try?
Uh-huh. No.
What is that, a Zinger?
A Zinger?
Zinger? Yeah. She's trying to suck the cream out of a strawberry Zinger. Anyway. Okay, so as far as like getting yourself away from stressful situations, in a perfect world...
When you have anxiety, everything's a stressful
Yeah,
situation.
in a perfect world, sure, you could do that, You've
seen me get anxious over really stupid, mundane shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tell somebody with anxiety to calm down, that's like asking them not to breathe.
Well, it's like telling a depressed person, like, well, just be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, thank you. I never fucking thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that,
My husband's famous line, I just wouldn't let it bother me. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah. Now, I will say about the sleep thing, like, if you can get more sleep, that would probably be beneficial.
I do require abnormal amounts of sleep.
You really do. Like,
yeah.
Like you take naps and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You need a solid, like, 12 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
To be able to function.
Yeah.
Rebreathing. This is breathing into a bag will help raise carbon dioxide levels in the blood and reduce symptoms of a panic attack, such as hyperventilating and tingling.
I'd like to tingle.
So, I mean, and okay, yeah. I mean, I guess if you have a paper bag around that you could, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would work in a pinch. You'd have to always carry a paper bag with you. I don't know. Pet therapy. Now this one, pet owners have long known the benefits of a canine or feline companion.
I'd like to know what they are because I'm ready to kill mine.
And now research is backing them up. So it says that 5 minutes with a therapy dog reduces the levels of cortisol, a stress marker chemical in blood and saliva.
Hang on, I got something to say.
As soon as you finish chewing your food.
But my mouth is full.
I'm not going to fill the silence.
Oh, you're not?
Nope.
You're doing the Kermit thing with the...
Mm-hmm.
Like he's taking a sip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can tell you guys, EFT is like, it's literally changed my life. I don't have chest pains anymore.
What is EFT?
I'm about to tell you, goddammit. I used to have chest pains all the time, and the pain would shoot clear through into my back. And I would take a deep breath, and you could hear the muscles in my chest popping and shit because I'd be so tense. But Nick Ortner has a book called The Emotional Freedom Technique.
EFT.
EFT! That I bought, and that changed everything for me. And Bev will laugh at me because I'll tell her I was doing EFT in the car going down the road, and you're tapping on meridian points on your body, and it changes your amygdala's fight or flight response to situations. So if something stupid like having to get out of your car to pump gas gives you anxiety, you tap on it, on those meridian points, and it takes away the anxiety. But I look like a moron driving down the road beating on myself.
Like tapping on your forehead and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if you can't afford the book, there are EFT apps you can put on your phone to where you can follow along with a video. Even on YouTube, there are millions of EFT videos you can do. There's this one I recommend because I've watched a whole bunch of different people. Brad Yates. I would say he's the best on YouTube to watch for the free EFT videos. He's really, really good. Now, guys, doing it just one time, it will help some, but you need to do it more than once, and you'll see a huge difference if you have anxiety problems. I'm done.
Okay. Wow. All right, Rain Man. Then aromatherapy It talks about placing a few drops of chamomile, lemon balm. Is it bergamot? Bergamot. It could be French and the T is silent. You don't know. And jasmine essential oils on a cotton ball and inhale or add them to a warm bath. And I used to, I can't smell anymore, but I used to make sure that my home always had pleasant smells and everything because that really helped me.
I was going to say, no, you still smell, but then you'd have been upset, like, wait, I smell?
I'm just shaking my head at you.
Oh, and another thing. Passion flower.
Yeah.
Take passion flower. That shit relaxes you so much, it's like taking a Valium.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a drug. But if you're first starting out taking it, I recommend taking it at night before you're going to bed.
Yeah, I'll actually just take it to help me sleep.
Yeah, that stuff's great.
Yeah. You can also make relaxing teas. Of course, we all know that chamomile tea, can make you feel sleepy. And the thing about the relaxing teas, like you don't have to like go to like a tea shop and buy all these like loose teas and all that. Like you could go to Kroger's or Walmart
and get the chaste teas.
And what?
You said loose teas.
Oh,
I said chaste.
Oh gosh, that was like the worst dad joke ever.
I was pretty impressed with myself.
Wow. Walmart and Kroger's and everything, they usually sell like in the supplement aisle, different teas and things like that you could get to help you with relaxing.
What kind of tea do you think Korean children drink?
I don't know. I'm over the Korean children thing. That's run its course.
You're such an asshole.
Well, it's not as funny as it was a minute ago. I can't explain why. I don't know why it was so funny and now it's not. It's just not. Of course, you can do breathing exercises and, to help calm your mind, yoga.
Get off my areola.
All that kind of stuff.
Isn't that the song it's from?
I think it is from yoga.
I paid attention.
I think it is. And it was so funny when we were going over this yesterday and I said this next one, you were like, oh, hell no. Social contact. You're like, wait a minute. If you have anxiety, social contact is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah.
But it says go see your friends. Caring for others and forming social alliances have shown to increase oxytocin and endorphin levels in the feel-good brain chemicals. So
I would also like to point out a lot of people that are psychic or mediums and they don't know it.
Yeah.
Will think that they are riddled with anxiety and it's actually spirit.
Yeah.
Like knocking on your head, like they're knocking on somebody's front door, like, hey, trying to get your attention. Hashtag fact.
So, and there's also a little note here that talks about like, hey, if your anxiety, like
it done.
Oh, well, fuck. Continue.
For example,
you would hashtag fact and then you did the finger snap. So I thought that was like the punctuation.
No. Teresa Caputo.
Yes.
She kept having really bad anxiety attacks. And it turns out she was a medium and didn't know it. And as soon as she got training from, I don't know the woman's name, but as soon as she got her training and everything, all of a sudden those anxiety attacks stopped. Because she knew it was spirit coming through to talk to her. Now I'm finished.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. There's a note here that says if your anxiety, like if these, methods are not helping you, to go see your doctor. And I was going to say this at the beginning of the podcast, and I didn't. Neither of us are doctors. Don't take anything that we're saying as like, okay, Feather and Bone said, to deal with this problem, I just have to breathe. Like, talk to your doctor. Don't listen to us. Don't get your medical advice from a book.
Well, for anxiety is another thing. And another thing.
And another thing.
Guys, I know you're going to want to punch me in the face for this one. But exercise burns it off. You know how I'm always telling people to run laps?
Yep.
It really, truly does.
Yeah.
Relax you and take away your anxiety. So, Run some laps.
Now, the next one I was going to talk about, because it's something that I deal with every fucking day, is the back pain. Back and neck pain. Because I have arthritis in my spine. And the first one talks about lifestyle factors. What? You keep wanting to say something.
I do.
It's back and neck pain. What do you want to say?
I can't help but notice that it's saying being inactive makes it worse.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about this.
I couldn't wait.
Lifestyle factors. In the past, bed rest was prescribed for back pain, yet it is now known that being inactive can make matters worse. Moving your spine as much as possible while avoiding movement that can cause severe pain is likely to speed up your recovery.
Like, oh, I don't know, lifting your big dog into the bathtub?
Well, I have to bath her. Like, what? How else? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have a walk-in shower that I can take her into. It talks about watching your posture, stretching, all of that. Using a pillow that doesn't keep. So it's just like, you need to look at the things like with the arthritis in my back. Because I don't want to take a prescription for the pain that I get. I just don't like taking prescription drugs.
You don't like partaking?
I don't like partaking in prescription drugs. I'm on one prescription, and that's because I have no choice. I have to take it.
And that has nothing to do with your back.
It has nothing to do with my back. And if I could find a natural supplement to take for that, I would.
Yeah.
But I can't. So when I talk to the doctor about it, there's just certain things I can't stand and do dishes because that slight hunch, because I'm tall. I'm a tall chick.
Hey, that shit bothers my back too.
Yeah. I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
So for me to do dishes and stand there in that slight hunched over position, it kills my back. So I have to have a stool, and I have to sit on a stool to do my dishes. It embarrasses me. I don't like doing dishes in front of people because here's a fat chick having to sit down to do dishes.
I'll do that though sometimes though.
Yeah.
Because I never thought of that until you told me about it. I'm like, what?
You're like, I can sit down and do dishes?
But I sit on, because mine, it's a chair, but it's just a stupid tall chair.
Yeah.
I'll sit with it backwards so that I can lean forward up against the back.
Yeah.
So I'm not having to support myself at all.
you're like basically laying there with your hands in the dishwater.
Yeah. So when my family laughs at me, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah. You
can always do the dishes.
Right. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I took it to another level.
And then even when I go out in the yard to pick up after Nyota, that kills my back. Sweeping, it'll take me all day to sweep and mop my whole house. Because that motion, it just kills my spine. It really does. So I have to find ways to change my lifestyle, to change how I approach things to help with that. So that makes sense. Heat therapy and cold therapy is another one. A hot water bottle, in the area, or a cold ice pack, whatever you need. Massage.
Did you say stretching?
I haven't got there yet.
It's up above where you are.
I said stretching earlier.
Okay.
Movement and stuff. I think I did anyway. If I didn't, you did. Stretch.
Stretch, people, stretch.
Massage. You can get
Is it a sensual massage?
I'm telling you, it might make my back feel better at this. If I could have a sensual massage. A massage.
When I go to the chiropractor, he has this special pillow he lays on the table for women. And it legit has 2 boob holes in it. So that your boobs aren't getting mashed.
Hey, that's nice of him.
When he's pressing on the table. And one time I accidentally had it flipped the wrong way. So that the boob holes were too low. And he's like, now calm down. You're not Dolly Parton. He's like, your boobs aren't down there yet. I said, well, thank you.
Thank you, baby.
I love, guys, I don't know if I've talked about it. I love my chiropractor.
Yeah.
It's almost sick.
Really is. She preps for him the same way you would for a date. She makes sure that her hair's on fleek.
One time, my husband happened to be home from work on a day I was going. And I was getting ready to leave. He's like, Jesus Christ, are you going to the chiropractor or are you going to the club? Like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing.
White willow bark, a daily dose of white willow bark extract. It has an active ingredient similar to aspirin.
Really?
Yeah, it can relieve chronic back pain.
I wonder if you could get that in pill form.
I'd say so. And then comfrey. In one study involving 215 patients, concentrated comfrey cream greatly reduced pain in the upper and lower back. Of course, you were talking about your chiropractor. That's the next thing. Like, go see a chiropractor.
Guys, I lived with this horrible back pain for years. Like a knife going through my shoulder blade. I went to regular doctors. I'd say 5 or 6 of them. And all of them thought I was just trying to, like, get prescriptions and stuff. None of them would help me. One of them even told me my upper back was hurting because she thought my gallbladder was bad. I've never understood that. But finally, I go see a chiropractor. He actually takes x-rays in my back. He's like, oh, your spine's crooked. You need adjusted. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
To know I'd been suffering all those years. And now my back, I mean, every once in a while, it'll bother me a little bit, but nothing.
Because your spine's curved. Like, there's no, your daughter even has that same curve, to hers. There's no getting around that.
So, chiropractors are the bomb.
Yeah. Devil's Claw. The herb is an anti-inflammatory, so it can, help ease back pain and neck pain.
Acupuncture?
Well, you could do acupuncture. We're like, we've got a lot to go over, and we're already 30 minutes in.
And we've talked about nothing.
I know. That's why we should move on to the next one.
High blood pressure. Oh. Okay. We almost had an incident of great proportions.
Incidente.
High blood pressure. Should I go into what it is? Or the stretchiness? Or just read the book?
What do you mean?
Okay, guys, I won't explain anything.
What? Wait a minute.
About the elasticity of your arteries and how high blood pressure fucks that up. And anyway, high blood pressure. Jesus Christ. Not on the list is something that I know works. Well, number 1, running laps.
Yeah. Yep.
That would help.
Well, that would fall into the lifestyle factors, I think.
But if you can buy cinnamon capsules. Mm-hmm. If you take cinnamon capsules every day and a teaspoon or a tablespoon of honey, that really decreases high blood pressure. And the cinnamon helps keep the elasticity in your arteries as well. And that's really important. Anywho.
Hey, to speed this along, let's skip like let's just talk about, like you were just talking about, something they can actually take. So you would want to talk about like the last couple things on that list.
Sure. Coenzyme Q10. It just says that lowers your blood pressure, and garlic helps with your blood pressure. And you can buy both of those at Walmart in the pill section.
Could you imagine if you took, if you did the cinnamon and the honey like you were talking about, and go ahead and took the coenzyme Q10 and garlic?
Yeah.
You should be able to, to knock your high blood pressure problem.
Yeah,
and then real. Take a walk.
For shizzle my nizzle.
All right, Snoop. The next one is chronic pain. If you notice, I've chose all the pain ones because my life is pain. So, of course, it talks about herbs that are good anti-inflammatories. Boswellia, I think, is one of them. Butterbur, devil's claw, white willow bark. Those are all.
Where are you at?
Chronic pain.
On 35, right?
Yes.
I'm not seeing those medicines.
Under anti-inflammatories.
Oh. Continue.
Those will all help because, the pain is coming from you just being inflamed. So if you can reduce that, then some of that pain will go away.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Sugar. is the cause of all inflammation in the body.
And I don't eat a lot of sugar.
You do not.
I do not. But when I do, it's stupid.
And you do hurt worse.
I do.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get a craving for sugar, and I will legit, like, buy an entire box of lunch cakes and, like, snack cakes. And I will eat that whole box in a day, and then I feel bad about myself. And I'm, like, crying in the mirror.
You're like, I feel bad about myself. I need a pizza.
Yeah. I feel bad for eating all this sugar. Let me put some carbs on it.
They can just turn to sugar later.
Yeah. Vitamin D, vitamin D can significantly improve chronic pain in some people. And of course, there's the one that Jen always falls. Fuck, I'm sorry.
I don't, you know.
Dawn always falls back.
Rain, it's Rain.
But I don't even know your name anymore. Stretching.
I stretch all the time.
You really do.
I look like some psychotic monkey around my house stretching all the time.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Let me turn the page.
38.
I've got it marked. Because you forced me to be prepared. I'm only halfway prepared, though.
Yeah, you at one point you were like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, this one was yours, concentration.
Oh, I guess I'll do another one.
You chose that one.
I'll do another one, I guess. You know, because I always would joke about, like, because one, it's not listed here, but ginkgo biloba can help with that as well. Because there was one judge that I would always get in front of, you know, with my job, and you would testify, and then you would hear his chair squeak as he would lean forward because he's getting ready to grill you. He'd go, I'm confused.
Is this the judge I'm thinking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confused. I was like, no, son of a bitch, you are not confused.
You're just an asshole.
You're an asshole, and you're being mean. And what it is he's giving you an opportunity to change your testimony because he didn't like what you said. But anyway. So, you know, dietary measures is talking about never skipping breakfast. And you've been real big with your kid.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because when she was with her other parental unit, they were like, you know, you're too difficult in the morning, so we're not going to feed you.
Yeah, they wouldn't. This morning, I threatened to shove her pancake up her asshole, so she ate it.
Yeah.
Like, I make her eat every morning before she leaves for school.
You know, so that can help.
Oh, and she has, what, all A's now?
Yeah, she does. Well, because what happens, and this has even happened, like, because what's happening is your blood glucose levels are dropping. Mm-hmm. And you were saying, like, that when I was having that problem, when I switched to the diet that I'm on, you know, was doing, and I was having all those problems, you were like, you're going into caveman mode.
Yeah, that's what they taught us in EMT school.
Yeah.
So you go into full caveman mode.
Yeah, so you can't concentrate because your brain's like, we're dying. We need carbs. You know. Oh no, ginkgo's on here. Ginkgo biloba is an extract that you can take. Ginseng is another one.
As they call it around here, sang.
Gonna get some sang. Vitamin B6 is another one. Of course, it's sleep. Like, sleep, guys, sleep is going to solve most of your issues.
Can we get a hallelujah?
Yeah. Dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. You don't like dark chocolate.
I don't.
I love it.
Some people really like it.
Like, I'll even buy the almond milk in the dark chocolate. And it's really good.
It's too bitter for me.
Coffee,
you say?
Coffee. Coffee, like, I can't drink coffee. You can't drink coffee.
It makes us poop.
It really does. Like, if we had, the next page is constipation. Let's see. Isn't that funny? It doesn't mention coffee, I don't think, though.
It should.
It does it for you and I. But, and I tell you another thing, the last thing they talk about for the concentration, and this is something that most witches do, is the meditation.
I try.
I
have a hard time getting my mind to... My mind is constantly like an 8-lane interstate.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time. But I do my best.
Yeah.
Depression!
Yep. This was... Let's see. You're going to do this one.
What, depression?
Yeah, because I've done like 3 or 2. 2 or 3. You do depression. I have depression.
You do have depression.
I do.
I used to have depression.
I have several forms of depression. I have like situational.
Yeah, I was
seasonal.
I was diagnosed with depression, and the doctor had even at one point said they thought I was bipolar. This was right when I was going through my divorce.
Yeah.
And my whole family's like, "You're not bipolar. What the fuck?" But I was taking my medication and doing everything, and then, and I finally took myself off of it, and I was fine. But I kept seeing the counselor, and so every so often you'd have to go back in with the psychiatrist to get reevaluated and everything. And he looked at me and he goes, "I am so sorry." I said, "What?" He goes, "I misdiagnosed you." He says, "You don't have bipolar depression." He says, "You were just married to an asshole."
Yes. You're like, "Could I get that written down as an official
So I was diagnosed with having been married to an asshole.
Yeah. It'll do it.
So anyway, depression. Guys, like I said, Bev wants to kill me every time I say it. Exercise.
Yeah.
Running laps. Nobody's going to actually run laps, I know, but just walk around the block, even if you only go one time.
I know on days that I take Nyota for a walk, I feel better.
Yeah. Being outside. Yeah. Anywho. So, it says, if you follow a diet that keeps your blood sugar steady, that really helps with depression. And let's see here. Dark chocolate helps. Sleep does improve your mood, but I know a lot of times when you have depression, you'll have problems sleeping. Believe it or not.
It'll go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And even when you're depressed and you're sleeping a lot, it is not restful sleep.
Yeah.
It's not at all. So you're not, like, you're sleeping, but you're not getting what you need from it.
And that supplement called SAM-E, that they said it might be as effective at treating depression as tricyclic antidepressants. Do you like that?
Yep.
Okay. St. John's wort, I can testify to this when this one works. So can you. Yeah,
you made me take it. Mm-hmm. When I wasn't snapping out of it, you were like, "Okay, you've got 2 options." And you did me like I was one of your children. You were like, "You're going to start taking some St. John's wort. And if you start feeling better, good. If not, you're going to go see a doctor." And I don't like going to the doctor. Like
I was going to go with you.
You were going to call and make the appointment and force me to go. So I started taking the St. John's wort, and it works.
It works.
It does.
Again, pet therapy. Mm-hmm. Unless you have my pets, then I'm not sure it would work.
Well, you get joy from your pets sometimes. Jean-Claude makes me very happy. Yeah. Your beta fish.
My fish. And yoga. You know, guys, I've tried yoga. I am just not a yoga person.
What is that one that we always want to try? Like where the movements are real slow.
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi. Yeah, we want to learn Tai Chi.
Yeah. Yeah. But, but seriously, guys, if you're feeling down the dumps, my first recommendation is just go outside and walk. It doesn't have to be fast like you're trying to win a contest. Just get outside and walk around the block. And you don't even have to talk to any goddamn body. Yeah. Just that movement and being outside really, really does.
Well, and I'll say this too, like, and it's not in the book, but just opening your curtains.
Yeah.
and letting some light in. Because my house, I'm in a bad neighborhood. And on one side of my house, I have crackheads. Okay. On the other side of my house, I have a road that all the crackheads walk on to get to the Dollar General. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I mean, literally, like my window, like my house is so close to the road that if I ever wanted to turn it into a restaurant, that could be the pickup window. Like that's how close my kitchen windows are to that road. So I keep everything locked up. I don't want to see anybody.
I'm just impressed that you listened to me and actually did start opening. Like when you're doing dishes, you'll open your curtains and stuff like that. Yeah. It does make a difference.
I didn't want to go to the doctor.
You were afraid of making you. You're like my son. I'll do anything and go to the doctor.
Because, if you go, and it's the same reason that I don't want to go is that your son doesn't. And because when you go to a therapist or something, they automatically like, well, let's put you on some pills.
You don't have to.
No, you don't have to. I know that, but they're going to want to do that, and I just don't want to do it.
You can just say no. I just want the counseling. Anywho.
The next one is eczema.
Dermatitis.
And dermatitis.
My children both have had eczema problems, but I get them cleared up within a couple days.
Yeah.
Because, and I get dermatitis too. I can't remember what mine is called, so I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
Whenever their eczema starts to come back, I just make them go lay outside. I know this sounds horrible, but UV rays clears that shit up faster than anything.
Yep. So, like, you could even, like, I've heard people using tanning beds for that purpose.
Yeah.
To dry it up. And...
I knew a girl that had it so bad, she would just go to a tanning bed once a week for 5 minutes, and it kept her eczema away.
They talk about, of course, doing that elimination diet because, there could be something that you're eating that's triggering your eczema.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Stress can bring that shit on, too.
You can take some over-the-counter probiotics.
Really?
Can help. Yeah. Of course, keeping your skin moist.
Moist.
Will help. You want to look at soaps that have, moisturizers and creams and lotions and things like that.
Look, it says St. John's wort.
Mm-hmm.
Helps with that. Oh, it's a cream.
They have a St. John's wort cream?
Apparently.
Wow.
Huh.
Vitamin B12 creams work by reducing levels of whatever that is. Nitric oxide?
Yeah.
Okay. Evening primrose. Research suggests that topical preparations containing gamma something acid, GLA acid. Linoleic acid. The oil in evening primrose and borage may be effective in one study of 32 Japanese children. Now we're Japanese children. In one study of 32 Japanese children with dermatitis, those who wore undershirts coated in the borage oil for 2 weeks had significantly less redness and itching.
Do you remember when your ex had eczema on his nutsack?
Yeah.
And you were telling me about it?
Yeah.
I was like telling him to go lay out naked.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing up the eczema nutsack.
What a place to have eczema.
Yeah. Oh, the last one was the light therapy. So yeah, UV rays.
It does. It really helps.
Yeah, and I've even heard people that say, like in the summer if they have a pool, like the chlorine and stuff in that will help as well. I mean, I know that's not a natural remedy, but
do you know when I was a teenager, whenever I'd start getting a breakout on my face, I would go swimming.
Yeah.
At the public pool because I know it was loaded with chlorine and shit, and it would clear my face right up.
Yep.
It was either that or the urine.
Oh. Wow. When we win the lottery, we need to have a nice in-ground pool.
And guys, we are going to win the lottery.
Yeah.
I forget who was going to do what, so I'll go ahead and
do fatigue.
Yeah. So fatigue. Let's see. It says most fatigue is caused by factors that you yourself control. And it has a lot to do with your sleep and your diet. That's not always the case. There is chronic fatigue syndrome.
Well, I almost ended up hospitalized for fatigue between Morgantown and Charleston. You know, when I was dealing, because Morgantown, when I had the brain tumor, didn't give me any medication, nothing. So by the time I got in to see a second opinion in Charleston, I hadn't been sleeping.
I saved you there, too.
You did. You really did.
I should have been a doctor.
I know. You were like, no, you're going to go to Charleston and we're going to call Dr. Crow.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And he was like, I've never seen anyone with a brain tumor, the doctor choosing not to give them medication for the headaches. So I was close to being hospitalized for fatigue.
But it's first thing it says exercise. Now, when I say exercise, I'm like a little jackrabbit. I stand in front of my TV and I march in place all the time. I'll jog real easy in place. I'm not like going crazy to where I'm dripping in sweat or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it to where I've got movement going on and I'm getting steps in.
Well, and it says that mild activity, so you don't have to like go to the gym or anything. that it reduced it by 65%.
Yeah, because I'm not one of these people that's like, yeah, I'm going to go get my sweat on.
Yeah.
No, I choose not to sweat, except at Beltane. It just happens.
You have no choice.
But, yeah, just do something. You can stand there and fake jump rope or something and move around. Let's see. Holy Basil, Batman. No, it's really called Holy Basil. That's supposed to help. Coffee. Asen can attest.
Coffee.
Asen can attest to that.
Yeah.
It says green tea helps. Magnesium. Dark chocolate again. Iron. Yeah, it makes it hard to poop though. If you take iron supplements.
You need to take some fiber.
You need to take some mineral oil. Let the poop slide out. And ginseng. I can't take ginseng. It makes me feel sick.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think that's why you can't energy drinks, right? Because of the ginseng that's in them.
I don't know. I don't remember why I don't drink it. I know it makes my heart feel like it's beating irregular.
Yeah. Maybe, because I know I can't drink them either. It makes my stomach feel upset.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is. So the next one we're going to talk about is fever.
I got a fever. I'm so impressed that you knew that song.
Of course, I'm not going to go into the stuff that we all know, like, staying hydrated, cold compresses, like all that kind of stuff. It does talk about the holy basil.
I love how you skip over the first one. I don't know how to say it either. So.
Thanks. The holy basil can be taken as a tea, hot or cold, and that will help, fight off the infection, which reduces the fever. How do you say that next one?
Echinacea.
Echinacea. Some natural healers recommend this popular herb to cool mild fevers below 100. Elder. Black elderberry extracts have eased flu symptoms, including fever, in several studies. Now, I'm going to say this about elder, and it's actually, I think I might even have it marked later in the book, but I'll talk about it now. We won't have to later. Oh. You need to be careful because there are several different varieties of elder. And when I had that house over at Fayetteville, I was like, oh, yes, I've got elder growing out there. But it didn't quite look like the elder that I knew when I was growing up, that we'd make elderberry jam and stuff with. So I looked it up, and it was a poisonous variety.
Oh, Jesus.
Of elder.
Well, I suggest you can go buy it in a cough syrup.
You can, but if you have it growing or whatever, like, you need to make sure that the one that you're picking is not the one that will kill you.
Oh.
Onion or garlic foot poultice. Poultice can help bring down, I guess, American settlers and Native Americans, including the Cherokee, would do something similar to that to bring down.
I gotta tell you, putting an onion on the sole of your foot really does suck that shit out of you.
It does.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Or just when Ken was real sick one time, I cut an onion in half and just had it sitting in a bowl next to his side of the bed.
Yeah.
That onion turned so black.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how, but it absorbs the shit. Why didn't we cover flatulence?
Do you want to cover flatulence?
No.
Okay.
But it's funny. Gallbladder problems.
Gallbladder.
Gallbladder. I think we're all probably adults listening to this, so everybody should know where their gallbladder is. But anyway, if you're having gallbladder problems...
the first thing's lose weight.
The first thing it says, lose weight. But I got to tell you, you got to do it slow, though, because you see it all that time on my 600-pound life.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have gallbladder pain every time I start a diet.
Yeah. When you lose too much weight too fast, your gallbladder is affected for some reason. Yeah. And you see a lot of those emergency surgeries on that show. So, lose weight normally. Don't go psycho about it. Mm-hmm. Do it in a healthy way. They say don't lose more than 2 pounds a week. Mm-hmm. That should be the rate you lose weight at. Dietary measures. Fatty and sugary foods encourage the liver to make too much cholesterol. So, cut down on the bad shit. Coffee. See, it's no wonder my husband is so healthy.
Well, but here's the thing with coffee, though. My mom, she actually had to have gallbladder surgery because hers was horrid. Like, it was just filled with gallstones. And she would legit like drink a pot of coffee a day by herself. And she still had, so I don't know. I mean, I don't, of course it says it was just for men who the study was just for men.
Yeah. Well, turmeric. Turmeric helps with it. And milk thistle.
Milk thistle.
Yes.
The thistle of milk. Hay fever. Well, I mean, that's that's kind of like the allergies we were talking about.
We could probably skip this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it talks about taking nettle.
Probiotics.
Perella again. Horseradish. Applied as a nasal spray.
No, thank you.
No, why would you put horseradish anywhere near your fucking nose? We don't recommend that here at the Purple.
Oh, this was your baby. This was the one you wanted to cover.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we're going through the list, and we get to the H's. And I'm like, I'm covering it. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, there was no stopping her, guys.
Herpes. So, some of the lifestyle factors that you need to worry about when you've got herpes is you need to stay well hydrated, keep your lips moisturized, and protect.
Which ones?
And protect your lips from UV exposure. Dry, cracked, or sunburned lips may trigger a bout of cold sores. Stress may also trigger an attack, so help keep stress levels down with regular exercise.
It says avoid salty and acidic foods.
Yeah.
If it's a mouth herpes.
If it's a mouth herpes. Amino acids, in a study involving more than 1,500 participants, 92% of people affected by cold sores. See, this is all about cold. This is about the cold sores type herpes.
I'm sorry you're disappointed.
They should have said cold sores instead of herpes. Well,
cold sores are herpes.
Well, but I was thinking like herpes.
You were hoping it was crotch herpes.
I was. I was going to tell people how to take care of their crotch herpes. That's like useful need to know information if you have crotch herpes.
Well, if you have crotch herpes, people
don't have sex.
You can't get rid of it
during a flare up.
Like you're stuck with it.
Yeah. Oh, and no, here's one.
What?
Applying aloe vera cream to genital herpes lesions may enhance healing. So if you need to get over your genital herpes quicker, aloe vera cream will help. I'm done.
You look so proud of yourself.
Herpes.
God. All right, indigestion. We all know what that is.
Yeah.
So let's see. First it says, stop smoking and or lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid sleeping flat on your back and raise the head of your bed. Let's see. Like me, I get heartburn real bad. I can't have anything. I can't have chocolate. I get heartburn. I can't have caffeinated drinks give me heartburn. And anything with tomatoes in it gives me heartburn. Onions almost kill me.
We almost had an entire cruise ruined.
Because I ate...
over some ninja onions.
Like they were stuck into our food. But let's see. Carminative herbs. I don't know what that is.
Well, it gives a list.
Let's see. Peppermint, chamomile, or ginger tea. Or taking up the Indian custom of chewing on a few seeds of fennel, dill, anise, and caraway can help relieve symptoms of indigestion. Globe artichoke? Huh. Moving on. I don't know how to say that. Iberogast.
Abergast?
It's probably. It's a combination of 9 herbal extracts. It's got peppermint, caraway, chamomile, licorice, and milk thistle. That it relieves symptoms of dyspepsia. Let's see. Bicarbonate of soda. Baking soda. That is true. If you put some... Say I'm making spaghetti sauce. if I were to sprinkle a little bit of baking soda on mine before I eat it, I wouldn't have heartburn.
Well, it also cuts down to that real acidic taste of tomato too. Like if you taste your sauce, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
that that can help. I mean, that's just a cooking tip. That's not a
Yeah.
I chose the next one because I struggle with this.
Like I almost die from onions. She almost dies from anything that's not human.
Yeah. Insect bites and stings. Like, those little tiny black gnats. Like my dad always called them pecker gnats. One of those can bite me, and I will legit get a welt the size of a silver dollar. Mm-hmm. And it'll turn purple and just be horrible. So they talk about different things. There's neem. It's a topical application of neem oil. Has traditionally been used as a repellent to prevent stings and bites. Tea tree oil can be applied directly to bites and has also been shown to effectively kill head lice.
Wait, it says that neem keeps bed bugs away.
Really?
Yeah.
I went on vacation with my family, and we went to Tennessee. We got a cabin, and I happened to get the only fucking room in the whole cabin that had bed bugs. And I was ate up. I mean, I ended up leaving my suitcase and all my clothes and everything there. I didn't bring anything back with me because I didn't want to bring it home. But I ended up having to go to the hospital. I had an allergic reaction to bed bug bites. That's how bad insect bites are for me. Cold therapy application of an ice pack to a bite will help reduce the swelling and inflammation. And then, oh God, what is that one?
Sublingual immunotherapy.
Yeah, this therapy lowers the risk of life-threatening reactions in people who are allergic to certain insects. Now, I have bad reactions, but I don't have the reaction that where I need to have an EpiPen. Like, I just break out real bad and feel real sick and just miserable. The only time I've ever had to go to a doctor, it's only 2 times in my life I've had to go to a doctor over a sting. And one time I stepped on a bee, and the swelling from it caused my toe to turn black. And we thought I was going to lose my toe. And then from the bed bugs. And they made me sick.
Did you ever buy Benadryl to keep with you like I told you to?
No, I didn't. And we need some for when we go to Beltane.
Okay.
It
says put in lavender. If your bites are hurting, if you put dab lavender oil on it, that helps. What's next? Oh,
this one's another one of mine. This is something that I have issues with. Kidney stones. Of course, that happens because of certain things that you have in your diet or whatever, crystallizing, in your kidneys and turning into a solid and everything.
I know dark colas contribute to kidney stones as she takes a drink of her Coke.
It's cherry Coke.
I know apple juice is bad for kidney stones.
And that's the biggest thing that they talk about on this is the dietary measures. Things that you need to cut out.
I know caffeinated coffee.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee at all, so that's fine. It's recommended that you drink at least 2 pints of water daily to ensure that you regularly pass clear or pale straw-colored urine. And you were making fun of me the other, because I've been trying real hard to drink, up to a gallon of water a day.
It's a lot of water.
It is, but I have kidney stones. So, but you're like, oh my God. Your doctor may also recommend that you increase your consumption of fruits, vegetables, and calcium-rich foods, and decrease your intake of salt, animal protein, and food and beverages high in oxalate, such as rhubarb and wheat bran. It's also wise to follow the general recommendations to curtail your intake of processed sugary foods and drinks.
Is it my turn?
Potassium. In a study published in the Journal of Urology, taking potassium magnesium citrate.
I turned my page.
Daily for up to 3 years. Reduce the risk of calcium stone reoccurrence by 85%.
Now is it my turn?
Now it is your turn.
I am covering menopausal symptoms.
Yeah, because I won't have to deal with that.
I haven't dealt with it yet, but it will happen. But women know menopause sucks. You can't sleep. You got hot flashes, irregular periods, sweating, mood swings, depressions, weight gain, especially in the belly, difficulties concentrating and remembering stuff, lowered libido, changes to hair, skin, and genital tissue, meaning dryness.
Yes.
You're not as moist.
Moist.
I'm sorry, guys. We have a thing with the word moist. But anyway, the first thing it says is exercise. You need at least, the minimum a day is 20 minutes of aerobic exercise. And aerobic just means your heart rate is up because you're moving. And let's see. Dietary measures. I mean, duh. You know, that would fix everything just about in your life.
Yeah, I mean, if you ate the way that your body's intended for you to eat, you would have nearly as many problems. I think cancer and everything would go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But taking soy can help with a lot of these things. And it can prevent bone loss that comes with menopause. Flaxseed, it actually contains estrogen-like compounds. And that will even reduce your bad cholesterol levels. So that's awesome. Black cohosh, I have heard 1 million women who went through menopause say they took black cohosh. It keeps you moist in your genital area. You keep your sex drive. It takes care of hot flashes. It's just like, it helps with all of it. But you'll still have to do the exercise for the belly fat. And then, let's see, taking sage tablets can also help. It helps with hot flashes. It helps with the hot flashes, and it also helps with the depression and mood swings that comes along with it.
So I wonder if it helps with the depression. Like, I wonder if you could then take sage just for depression, or does it have to be menopausal depression?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We have a herbal remedy book in our hands.
Well, it didn't mention sage in the depression.
I'll do this one too if you want.
Yeah, because I don't have menstrual problems either.
Menstrual problems. We all know what those are. Dysmenorrhea, that's really bad period pain. I know some people that have that, where you're just curled up in a ball and you can't move because you hurt so bad. But PCOS.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
And just regular PMS. But anyway, obviously drink lots and lots of water. If you guys would hydrate like you're supposed to with water, you wouldn't have joint pain. All your arthritis pain would almost go away. Like your skin would clear up.
But you're like, why are you drinking almost a gallon of water a day?
You'd sleep better. Like your overall health from the top of your head down to your toes would improve. Meanwhile, I'm drinking diet orange pop here.
At least it's not brown.
Yes. Miss Kidney Stone herself. Let's see. Anyway, sorry guys. It says, watch your diet. Reduce your sugar, carbs, salt, and caffeine. Herbal teas with ginger, fennel, cinnamon, or peppermint actually help relieve cramps. Heat therapy, well, yeah. Whenever you're cramping, you lay your hands on your belly and the heat relieves some of the cramping. So, heating pad or a hot water bottle. Chasteberry, I've never heard that. But it helps with irritability, emotional instability, headaches, and breast tenderness.
Tenderness, you say?
Breast tenderness. You like how I paused just so you could do that?
Yeah, yeah. And I don't let you down.
Calcium. But you can't just take it when you're on your period with calcium. It needs to be something you take regularly, every day. And vitamin B6. Now, I know this shit works because my daughter's friend that that gets on your nerves.
Yes.
When she was getting a little bit crazy and losing her mind and starting her period and just off the hook nuts, everybody wanted to choke her out.
Yeah.
Her mom started giving her gummy B complex vitamins, and boom, within 3 days, she was like normal again. So the B vitamins do really help with that shit. And dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
I'm done. I don't have any more pages marked, so you'll have to tell me page numbers.
83.
Okay.
This is where she decided she was done preparing for the podcast. I won't go really, like, this one's nausea and vomiting. I'm not going to go, like, in detail, like ginger, obviously. That's why they tell you to drink ginger ale.
Do you know that when I stay up too late and let myself get too tired, I get nauseous, like I'm going to throw up?
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know.
My body's like, we know if she thinks she'll vomit, she'll go to bed, so.
Like, if I eat too early in the morning, I'll feel vomity. If I try to brush my teeth too early in the morning, I feel vomity. Yeah.
So you can't you can't give morning head.
I can't. Well, it depends on what time in the morning. Like, real early morning, early morning, no, I can't.
So if you were with Jason Momoa.
Oh, I would.
It's like 6 a.m. and he's like, babe.
I would work on my gag reflex. Like, that's...
Oh my God.
Jason fucking Momoa.
You're like, I'd vomit for him.
Yeah. And of course, it says that vitamin B6, it says that B6 given every 8 hours, to control vomiting, so.
Huh.
Cold therapy, cold compress placed on the forehead will soothe feelings of nausea. And, and that makes sense. Sometimes if I'm feeling sick, like, I need fresh air and I start feeling better.
Yeah.
So we won't go into more details on that. 85.
85.
Oh, no. Say? 84 and 85.
Neuralgia. That's just nerve pain.
Yeah. So, like, fibromyalgia people might want to listen up.
Am I reading this one?
Sure.
All right. Anyway, musculoskeletal manipulation. In other words, go to the goddamn chiropractor.
You're like, why did it have to be so complicated?
Acupuncture. I'd like to try acupuncture.
I don't know if there's an acupuncturist.
One of the regular people that I do readings for, he goes to the acupuncturist.
But here where we live?
No, the next state over.
Oh, well, fuck, that's not far away. we can be in Ohio in like 3 hours. we can stop on our way up there and visit Stephanie.
Yeah.
And, then go get some acupuncture.
But he swears by it. A TENS unit. I know not very many people have a TENS unit, but they're these little. It's a unit, and it has these.
It's a little machine,
and it has these little electrodes that you put on. They're attached to the machine. You put them where you're hurting, and you turn it on, and it helps get rid of the pain.
I've had that done at physical therapy once.
Ken has a little one here somewhere that I bought him.
It's
does
nice.
he use it? No, he does not use it.
It's nice though.
Yeah, and relaxation, like deep breathing. Guys, deep breathing does. It might sound silly, but if you tried it, it really does help with a lot of things. Because a lot of times, bad pain is caused by your muscles being tense. And when you deep breathe, it forces your body to relax, and therefore the pain goes away. Mm-hmm. So, hypnotherapy and meditation, I know the hypnotherapy is not always practical.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I've got for neuralgia.
Well, it talks about capsaicin. If you can get a quick fix.
Oh. I found it.
Yeah.
Cayenne.
Which has capsaicin in it, I think. So you could do that. And then something that's not listed here that I know helps, and I know people that swear by it, is the oils, what are they called? Like the CBD.
Oh, I love CBD oil.
Yeah, CBD oils help out a lot.
Do you remember that time I was with you in your car and I had CBD oil in my vapor pen and I had put too much? Guys, I didn't even know it was possible, but I was actually stoned off CBD oil. Yeah.
Well, and that's because you and I, we don't put stuff in our bodies. Like, we just don't.
I was so stupid and laughing.
Oh, it was funny. It was funny. And then I was like, because I don't smoke or vape or anything. And I was like, I might have to start vaping. Just so I can vape some CBD.
You were actually looking into it.
Yeah, I never followed through. Because I don't see a point in spending money on something that I don't.
Just buy the tablets.
Well, this is true. This is true. The next one is osteoarthritis.
Yes.
glucosamine can help with osteoarthritis. And, you know, what's so funny is, like, you know, I know all kinds of people that give their dog glucosamine. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, you know, when you say to them, like, well, you know, you can take some glucosamine. Well, that's for dogs. Like, no, it's not. It's for anybody with joint pain.
Oh, it also says exercise.
Well, yeah, exercise. You might as well just assume that exercise is going to help all of these issues. It needs to be
and water.
And water.
Water?
Water.
Oh, you had to go there, didn't
I
you?
did. It talks about that SAM-E supplement again. Boswellia.
It says that SAM-E is as effective as pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah.
For that.
And I'm sure, like, you probably go, like, to maybe a GMC or something to get that.
I think you can get it at Walmart.
Can you?
I believe so.
The next one is Boswellia. Boswellia, something. Research suggests that in osteoarthritis...
We're losing our people.
It can relieve pain, tenderness, swelling, stiffness, and creaking of joints, and makes movement less painful.
Rose hips.
Celery seed. Green-lipped mussels.
I almost died last night over that one, didn't I?
Yeah. In recent clinical trials, green-lipped mussel extract has shown promise in reducing osteoarthritis pain and improving mobility.
Devil's claw.
Ginger.
And stretching.
What
page am I going to?
87. I chose this one for obvious reasons.
Oh, this is the one that fucked us up and she was getting mad at me.
Yeah. Overweight and obesity. Because I'm a big girl. Because she was like, oh, I want to see what remedies they have for being overweight.
Yeah.
So she and I'm already like, so she flips forward, and I'm thinking she's just going to look at, like, whatever supplements and stuff they say, but they're, like, telling her to go to the Mayo Clinic's website, and she's doing all of this, and I'm like,
they have a BMI calculator on their website.
Yeah.
So then I had to get up and go measure my
yeah,
waistline.
they want to know her height and her weight, which she knows. But then they're like, well, we need to know your waistline. She's like, I got a tape measure. I'm on it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, it drove me crazy. Of course, you know, dietary measures, you know, a sensible diet. Here's what you were saying earlier. You know, you should lose no more than 2 pounds a week. You know, to be healthy.
Yeah, if you do it quicker, you end up doing that rebound thing where you gain back more.
Yeah,
than you lost.
You know, and my thing, like, I'm awesome at losing weight.
Yeah.
Like, once I get on a diet, I'm able to stick to it. I lose weight super duper fast. Mm-hmm. My problem is I like food.
Me too.
And I can't stick with it for any amount of time.
I like pasta.
Yeah, you're real big on pasta.
I love pasta.
I would say I'm as well. I don't eat it as much as you do because I'm by myself.
Yeah.
And there's no point in me buying it for one person, you know. Of course, exercise. It talks about exercise. What's that? How do you say that? Garcinia. This herb, and in particular, compound it contains called hydroxycitric acid, may aid weight loss by increasing sensations of fullness and inhibiting the conversion of carbohydrates into fat. And then coffee. For me, coffee would help me lose weight because I'm shitting.
The endodontist I worked for, she was so in shape and pretty and slender. It was disgusting. But every day for lunch, instead of eating a meal, if she ate any food, it was one of those healthy choice soup things with only like 120 calories in it.
Yeah.
But she would also have a great big glass of water, and she would put that fiber in it that you can stir up.
Yeah.
And she would drink that.
Like that tasteless, colorless fiber.
And I would say, what are you doing? And she would say, I drink glasses of fiber all the time because it makes me feel full. And that's how I stay slim. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. And it's going to have the added benefit of making you poop.
Making you poop, you
Which
say?
also helps you lose weight.
So what's next?
89. I'm going to let you do that because you're the one with this issue.
Oh yeah, I have lots of prostate problems. Jesus Christ.
No, remember that story you told me about when you were working the ambulance and you told that guy that you were going to be off work because you were having to have prostate surgery.
Yes.
And he believed you.
The moron. And he was an EMT. That's what's scary.
Yeah.
The moron calls up the chief of the company, tells him, I'm going to be out for prostate surgery, and asks if he can have those days as extra shifts for himself. What a moron. What's even sadder about the whole thing is it's my husband's cousin.
I wasn't going to go there, but...
It's his nephew. Not cousin, nephew.
But I figure since you're the one that's had prostate surgery, you can cover the prostate problems.
All right, guys. Let's see. First thing it says, healthy body weight and regular exercise helps with it. Avoid high-fat foods, especially high-fat dairy products. And be careful how much red meat you're eating. Like, you can still have it, but just be careful.
You don't want to have it every single day.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, and avoid the processed meat, like sausages. I'd probably feel safe to say, like, salami from the deli or something like that. And it says eat plenty of fruit and vegetables. Saw palmetto. It helps your urinary function. And what is that? Pygium? Pygeum.
Would it be pygum?
I don't know.
Pygium?
But it gives relief of prostate symptoms. And nettle. Stinging nettle can relieve symptoms when taken alone or in combination with saw palmetto or the pig one.
the pygium or whatever. Pygeum.
But tomatoes. Tomatoes have an antioxidant in them called lycopene. And that is really, really, really good for your prostate.
So I wonder if that means Italians have a less, like, not as many issues.
Maybe.
Because of all the tomato sauces and stuff that they...
If they stay slim.
Ingest. True.
Weight seems to cause a lot of problems.
We're not meant to be as big as we are.
Okay, what's next?
Rheumatoid arthritis.
I don't know what page that is. 92.
Of course, this is going to have all the same lifestyle factors. You know, the water, the exercise, stretching, all of that. It talks about omega-3 fatty acids.
Those are no joke. Those things are really good.
Yeah. The fatty acids in fish oil reduce rheumatoid arthritis pain. It also talks about evening primrose oil.
That stuff is the bomb.
It says fish oil is sometimes taken with evening primrose oil. Rose hips. The fruit of the dog rose is rich in phytonutrients, including why do medical words have to be so goddamn dumb?
Galactolipid.
That is potent anti-inflammatory activity. That has potent anti-inflammatory activity. Vitamin D.
I'd like some D.
I'll take the D. Having inadequate vitamin D appears to increase the risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis. And celery seed. Celery seed extract is a traditional treatment for relieving the joint pain associated with rheumatoid arthritis.
But another thing, guys, there's special rheumatoid arthritis diets you can do that really, really, really help with that. 94?
94. I'll let you do this one.
If I can get there. What's that chef we like? He shaves his head. Michael Simon?
I think, yeah.
Michael Simon. He's a chef. You see him on Food Network all the time. He follows a special rheumatoid arthritis diet. He said it's made the biggest difference in his life. Like, he couldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
Anywho, I have to do this one?
Yeah, because I want to do the next one.
Okay. Guys, I don't have this problem, but I know someone that does.
Me.
Seasonal affective disorder. We could shorten that to SAD.
SAD.
I came up with that on my own.
No, you didn't. It's right down there.
Oh, fuck. But this could be like in autumn and winter when the days are shorter.
Yeah.
You can get depressed, tired, start craving carbs. Well, I crave carbs all the time. Weight gain, sleeping too much, and a loss of libido. Something to do with your pineal gland. Responding to darkness by releasing an excess of melatonin wreaks havoc on your body and energy levels. So it says most people get over it in the spring, but natural remedies can help you throughout the winter months.
Yes.
Let's see. Dietary measures. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because that's a pretty big paragraph.
Well, it does say that it often causes carbohydrate cravings.
Yes, it does.
Yep. Explain all the pizza.
Well, let's see. It says avoid alcohol and caffeine. And increase foods containing tryptophan, like turkey, eggs, and dairy. Those help your body make more serotonin. But anyway, melatonin supplements. Wait a minute. In the afternoon. I don't know. It says take melatonin. That'll help. I would only take that shit at night because it knocks me out. Vitamin D. And when they're talking about vitamin D, they're talking about going outside.
Yeah.
And getting it directly from the sun.
Yeah, they're not taking like pop a supplement.
Yeah, because that does improve your mood. Let's see, light therapy. You can buy those those lamps.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Like if you're going to grow marijuana.
Yes, one of those. Mm-hmm. I know somebody we could ask about that.
Yeah, I do too. Just recently found that shit out.
Sleeping strategies. You really need to stick to a schedule for your bedtime and wake up in the mornings at the same time every day, which since you got your dog,
yeah,
that has really, really helped you.
Yeah. I'm waking up in the middle of the night to put her out. She's like, I gotta pee.
And acupuncture can help with that as well.
I wanted to cover sexual problems.
Look at you, you're so excited.
Oh gosh, because this has been an issue with some of the men I've dated. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say which one it was, but it's been an issue. Like I had to buy Viagra from overseas.
I was gonna say like illegal Viagra.
Yeah, I had to buy Viagra
Black
from
market
overseas. Had to get that shit through customs. Don't be embarrassed about your sexual concerns. These issues, even though we're laughing about it, these issues are very common and often respond well to treatment. Both men and women can experience problems. So it talks about, like, of course, avoiding alcohol. Alcohol can impair sexual function. Quit smoking, as it can lead to those kind of issues like constricted blood vessels. So in turn, it reduces the blood flow to your genitalia.
Genitalia, you say?
Genitalia. Reduce performance anxiety by focusing on the moment rather than the end point, and make sex fun. Engaging in non-sexual touch and learning to authentically share your feelings can create greater intimacy and lead to more fulfilling sex. Yeah, because when my partner's having an issue performing, the last thing that like he's going to want to do is talk about his authentic feelings.
Sorry, I was peeing.
His authentic feelings.
Men don't talk about feelings.
I know, yeah.
They show you they like you by swinging their dick at you.
Engaging in non-sexual touch and learning to authentically share your feelings can create greater intimacy and lead to more fulfilling sex.
Are they high?
They must
Have they
be.
actually met a man?
They must be just talking about the female equation.
Exactly.
In this problem.
Not you, Ben. We're sure you're great.
Oh!
Ben's got to be great because she wouldn't be with him if he wasn't.
Wow!
She's got standards, man. She's not gonna put up with no shit.
Whoa!
So Ben's got to be a sweetie, right?
Sometimes the shit that comes out of your mouth, I'm like, what? Don't insult the listeners.
I'm not insulting him. I'm complimenting him.
Okay.
I'm saying Ben has to be an awesome dude.
Okay.
Or she would not be with him.
Okay. I've noticed.
Jesus Christ.
I've noticed, at least with the men that I have dated, that like the men who were really fucking good in bed, were horrible people. like personality wise and like how they would treat me and everything. And then the guys that were just the sweetest, most caring were really sucky in bed. Like, there has to be somewhere out there a perfect, mix of those two things. I just haven't found it yet.
I'd say my husband's a good mix.
Well, he's taken. It's not going to do me any goddamn good.
He's not your type anyway.
No, he's not. That's one thing in our friendship we will never, ever have to worry about.
Nope.
Because I'm not attracted to the men you are.
Nope.
Unless it's celebrities. But then that's
Gerard Butler.
That's never going to happen anyway. And then, like, you're not attracted to the type of guy that I am. Mm-mm. So we never have to worry about that in our friend. Not that we would anyway.
I always end up with the tall, slender guys.
Yeah. And I like tall, burly, heavier set guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. Ginseng. Research has shown Korean ginseng root to be a benefit for erectile dysfunction and men's sexual desire, and it may also enhance sexual arousal in menopausal women. Maca, M-A-C-A, I think. Maca. Some, but not all, studies show that maca improves sexual functioning and desire in men and menopausal women. It may also improve erectile dysfunction, sperm health, mood problems, and energy levels.
I don't want any healthy sperm near me.
Right?
I'm done.
Because your husband's he's had the vasectomy.
Yes.
So if he starts taking maca, his sperm may turn into ninjas and find some way around that.
So he's been fixed and I take the pill.
Yeah.
I'm not taking any chances.
You're like, fuck that. And then acupuncture. Can you imagine going to someone like an acupuncturist and being like, listen, I cannot get hard?
I bet they've heard it.
Yeah. I wonder where they would put the needles.
We're going to have to look that up after the podcast.
We really do. Okay. The next one for you is 105.
105, you say?
Which is funny because it's really one that's mine.
Well, how did I end up with it?
Just because I did the last one. You want me to do this one?
What? Sure. I don't care. We can take turns reading every other one.
Sure.
Urinary tract infections.
Guys, I constantly... Okay, because I have...
This is funny.
I have problems with my kidneys and everything. Mm-hmm. I constantly have kidney stones, which constantly causes, abrasions, which constantly cause infections. And...
She won't even know she's sick, and I'll be like,
yeah,
you aren't peeing as often as you normally do, and she's like, why are you noticing how often
I
pee?
it's kind of strange that my urination habits.
But I'm right though.
We're with each other a lot.
Because last time you were really sick and didn't even know it.
And then I've got the added problem of where I have the arthritis in my spine and my back hurts anyway. I don't feel, because normally you get back pain when your kidneys, when you have problems. So I just assume it's just my back hurting because I've got arthritis.
I thought you were going to say the added problem of my mother texting you all the time. Are you peeing?
Yeah, your mother does. Your mother, she'll just randomly, she'll be like, have you peed? Are you drinking water? But I won't know that I have an infection. And that's actually what led to me having to be on this medication now the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I had an infection because I have no pain, nothing. Like I don't, that I would identify as that problem. And the infection ended up being able to go all the way through, it started off as a UTI and it got all the way into my kidneys and now it's living in there and it won't go away. It's got squatter's rights and it's very hard to kill. So if you just take a normal, I could take Cipro and they think it's gone and it's dead because Cipro kills everything. Even if one little molecule of that's left,
surprise,
it comes back. So now I'm on an antibiotic, and it's a special antibiotic that's made specifically for this kidney infection, and I have to stay on it the rest of my life. So yeah,
I get to read the first one.
Go ahead.
Lifestyle factors to help.
Yes.
Urinate frequently.
But yet you get on to me when I tell you I'm trying to drink a gallon of water a day. You're like, be healthy, but don't be stupid healthy.
But then I'll be like, you're not peeing enough. And you'll say something completely retarded like, well, when I sit down, I can't tell I have to pee. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I can't. If I'm in a sitting position, I don't always know that I have to pee. And then when I do feel it, it's like, holy fuck, I need to get to a bathroom.
And then you're kicking me out of the house.
Because I've pissed my pants in the bedroom.
And girls, I say this all the time to people.
Yeah.
Stephanie might die laughing when she hears this.
Yeah.
Always pee after sex.
Yeah.
You know, the thought of laying there being all romantical and all that bullshit that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, we like to think that's a real thing, but you need to get up and fucking pee.
Yeah.
So you don't get an infection. Anyway.
That's under lifestyle.
Yes.
You ready for me to do this?
Oh, and wipe from front to back.
Yes. Vitamin C. Women who took 100 milligrams of vitamin C daily for 3 months had 50% fewer UTIs than those who did not. And that study come from Mexico.
That was the Mexicans.
Why are all these studies coming from other countries?
Because we do stupid fucking studies.
Okay. That's true.
Like the one the other day, they did a study and decided that there would be fewer overdose deaths if there wasn't as much meth.
Yeah.
That's the type of studies we're doing.
Yeah. Be like, really? Thanks.
Let's see. Baking soda. Drinking a glass of baking soda with water, just a teaspoon of it, will make your urine more alkaline and reduce irritation and discomfort caused from the infection. So that doesn't like prevent it, but that'll help with the symptoms while you're going through it.
Yeah. Which I'm not going to do because that's gross. Probiotics. Probiotic vaginal suppositories.
Whoa, what? What?
Probiotic vaginal suppositories cut the number of UTIs in half in a 2011 University of Washington study of 100 women with recurring bladder infections. The probiotic used in the study was, and then it has like
lactobacillus.
If you can't say it, I know I can't. But
Lactobacillus crispatus.
CTV05.
Okay. I don't know how to say this either.
Uva ursi.
Uva ursi. A traditional herbal remedy. It was used for bladder infections before the development of antibiotics. It says research shows that used sparingly, it can help with mild infections. I'm guessing it's like an infection before you've actually started having blood in your urine and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if you just know from like if you know your body really well, and you're like, okay, I'm feeling a little weird. This is probably
got a little funny when I peed just now.
Yeah. You might take that and cut it off like before it gets bad. Acupuncture, I think we can just skip that. Horse. Why do I have such a hard time saying horseradish? It's a folk remedy for UTIs. Has been shown to be effective in German studies when combined with nastrium.
I don't know. I was going to say nasturtium.
Whatever it is. Go ahead. We've reached a point where we're like, whatever that word is.
Corn silk. It says there's pretty much no evidence to support it, but it's long been used to relieve the symptoms of cystitis. I don't even know what that is.
So why would they put that in there?
I don't
they're
know.
like there's no evidence. Well, but I don't know, because there's that whole cancer thing that you talk about where even that one cancer doctor was like, there's no evidence.
But it works.
So.
But you would think it working would be the evidence.
Yeah. Celery seed, another traditional remedy. Celery seed extract has a diuretic effect and is mildly antiseptic. Yeah, that's right. Making it useful for the treatment of that word you said and other UTIs.
Cystitis. Jesus God. What page are we on next?
106. Oh, this is yours.
Is it mine?
It's yours.
Do you want to just keep reading every other one?
No, you do this one.
Oh, wow.
You want to do this one.
You suck.
I know.
All right. Everybody knows what varicose veins are, but for those who might not.
Lucky bitches.
They're not the little purple broken spider veins. It's the big swollen bulgy ones under your skin. And I won't tell you why that happens, but you do need to losing weight really helps with that. And so you do need to exercise. That's like the first thing on every single...
This whole book's like, just go exercise.
They're like, just go run some laps. Jesus God.
Yeah.
Okay. Dietary measures. Cut back on salt. It will help with the water retention and cut back on swelling. And that has to do with the discomfort from the varicose veins. Avoid prolonged sitting or standing. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Float.
It's that the Stephen King movie, we all float down here.
What?
You didn't watch it. It's the clown one.
Okay. Let's see. I know my chiropractor told me that when you're standing, just to rock back and forth from your heel to the front of your feet.
Yeah.
Back and forth. And you'll feel it. You'll feel that old blood being forced out of your feet and new blood coming down. Mm-hmm. He said that really helps prevent vein problems. Because he's a goddamn genius. You still haven't seen him, by the way.
Nope.
Anyway, ginkgo. Ginkgo biloba is a tonic for the circulatory system. It strengthens your veins and encourages increased blood flow. Grape seed extract. Flavonoids found in grape seeds reduce leakage in veins and swelling in the legs. La la la. Horse chestnut. I don't know what it does. Let's see. It's safe and effective for treating chronic venous insufficiency, but short-term treatment. But that's a condition that can lead to varicose veins. Hydrotherapy, that's just alternating between hot and cold compresses. Witch hazel! That can help do away with swelling. You just rub it on.
Witch hazel!
That shit smells so bad.
It does. You want to smell like an old person.
And laser treatment.
The next one I wanted to put in here just because we're witches.
What page?
108.
Oh, is it warts?
Yep. We're witches, so warts obviously is a problem. Like, we've got to deal with the warts.
Yes.
Reoccurrent eruption of warts could be a sign of it.
Eruption?
Could be a sign of impaired immunity. Of course, you need to follow a healthy diet, regular exercise, like that can all assist in that.
That makes me think of Day Day the Tree Man that was covered with those warts. And it was from the human papillomavirus.
Yeah. This is stupid. It says hypnotherapy can be used.
What?
For warts. Traditional cure for warts is to wish them away. The power of suggestion can be a powerful healing tool that may be effective in treating warts in some people, especially children.
Okay, so we're going to wish shit to happen? I wish I had a smaller waist and bigger boobs.
I wish I had a smaller waist and kept my boob size I have now. Because as I lose weight,
You'd be scary.
I lose tits.
If you were like teeny tiny with the boobs you have,
yeah,
you'd be scaring men.
Yeah,
you'd be like kablam, knocking them out with your titties.
I would be able to start fighting crime with them. Boom, boom. Antiviral herbs can be used. The top recommendations would be cat's claw, medicinal mushrooms, and holy basil.
You'd think they'd mention oil of oregano.
They did not. But now that you have, you can also take oil of oregano. Garlic. And then you can have... Now, this is so... Okay, so on one end of the spectrum to the other. First, we're wishing them away with hypnotherapy. But then if that doesn't work, laser treatment. What the fuck? We're not going to be able to go through any more. The other half, we're like in an hour and 40-some minutes.
Already?
Yeah.
Hey, so our next podcast...
Yeah. I don't know. We may not. So the last one was on 109, and I'll let you do it.
We picked that?
We did.
Are you sure you didn't pick it?
No, I think we did.
I don't think I had anything to do with it.
What, do you want to not do it?
I don't.
Wound healing.
Put peroxide on that bitch.
Yeah. Seaweed. Wound research suggests that infected or something wounds are best treated by keeping them moist. And that this could be accomplished with, dressing pads that are made from seaweed that form a moist gel. Holy basil, a unique combination of antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and
I'm guessing. I wasn't looking.
Antimicrobial activity makes holy basil tea either sipped or cooled and applied topically particularly effective in dealing with wounds and assessing and healing. Now, I know that, it's not in the book, but, I saw on television not too long ago, that they're even taking, fish skin and putting that over wounds, burns and stuff. Oh,
for burns?
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, there's the old, they're putting maggots in wounds.
That's gross, but it works.
Yeah, to eat away all the dead, because they don't eat the live tissue.
Yeah.
So if you have a particularly nasty,
she can't leave it alone.
Gross wound, they would just put, maggots in it and seal it up and let them do their thing. And then they come and flush them all out and, assess the damage. But, so yeah, those are some things. The only thing you're really going to be able to have here to get would be the holy basil. And then whatever is this? Gotu Cola?
What?
It's on page 109.
Yeah.
Gotukola. Long used for minor burns, psoriasis, preventing surgical scars, and preventing or reducing stretch marks. Gotu Cola has chemicals called, oh my God, triterpenoids.
It looks like triterpenoids.
There you go, triterpenoids, which strengthen skin and increase blood supply. So, and of course, one of the lifestyle factors is because it talks about increasing the blood supply is to keep moving the body around. That's why after you have surgery, they want you out of bed. Mm-hmm. And moving around, because that's going to help you heal. I have a hard time healing. When I get cut or scratched or anything, it takes a long time for that to heal. And even to the point where I've had doctors in the past be like, well, you must be diabetic because your wounds take forever to heal. And they don't. I don't have diabetes, so I don't know why why my wounds take so long.
Do you think it might be?
Shit.
And I'm not picking on you. I'm
sure.
You're like, sure you're not. Because I know you can sit down and decide to watch a show and watch 3 seasons without moving.
Well, I'd get up and pee.
But do you think that could be
and
why?
I put the dog out. Yeah, I'm very sedentary.
That might be why.
Yeah.
Because the blood's not bringing enough oxygen to it.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to stand in front of my television and walk in place.
I like exercise. I want to live!
Because you'll do that.
I do.
You'll stand in front of a TV.
I march and I jog.
Yeah. What was it? We were on FaceTime the other night, and you were walking back and forth.
Yeah.
And I just got a view of your house, den, kitchen, dining room, kitchen, den. Just back and forth. I'm like, why don't you do a circle?
I never realized how much I can't hold still.
Yeah.
Until you and I started hanging out, and you're like, stop.
Yeah. I'm like, you can walk around all you want. I'll say hi to you every time you come through. I'm not, I don't know. I don't, of course I'm a big person. It's harder, it's harder for us to move around. I think for my size, I do get around pretty good.
Even my grandmother in her 90s, she would walk up and down the steps to her basement, to her kitchen, back and forth, just for exercise. So my dad exercises all the time. Yeah. My mom, even with her bad knees and feet, she's always out walking the dog. But you've seen my aunt.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's just in my DNA.
Well, and I think it's a lifestyle thing too. Like, you grew up seeing that.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah.
You know, my dad, until he was not able to work anymore, you know, he had very physically demanding jobs. Mm-hmm. So when he was home, fucker was resting. You know,
Yeah.
he wasn't, you know, going to be taking a walk for the fun of it.
And
you
yet,
know?
like, when I was growing up, every time I'd slip and say I was bored or something, my grandma would make me legit go run laps around the block and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
and then, like, my mom, you know, raising 6 children that, you know, all of our ages are pretty close, between 3 and 5 years, you know, between children. You know, when she had a moment to be free and not, you know, be doing some stuff, you know, she wasn't going to be exercising.
When I don't
you know?
exercise, I feel so guilty.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad about myself. I have to.
I don't have, like, because, like, today.
And I'm not like some supermodel in amazing shape or anything.
Yeah.
I just have to have that movement going on.
I don't know. Like, I really should walk Nyota today. You know, I didn't walk her yesterday. I should walk her today.
She'd probably like it because she won't burn up.
Yeah, I don't think I walked. I know I walked her the day before. No, I didn't walk her yesterday. So I really should, like, when I go home, I should go and, well, first of all, change out of my pajama pants.
I'd leave them on.
Because I wore my pajama pants to your house today. But I'm not going to walk around the neighborhood in my pajama pants.
You're not?
No.
Well, then they'll think you don't have anything to steal.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're like, Nyota doesn't care what you're wearing. But I really should walk her today. Because I do feel better after I walk her.
You do.
But I don't know. I'm a lazy person. I will be the first to admit it. I'm a lazy person. I don't want to walk.
There was something you were supposed to show me how to do, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Today?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's left me.
Well, I think we should wrap up the podcast because now we're just rambling.
All right.
We're doing what we do in our everyday life on the podcast.
Well, I still think our next podcast should be covering some of these herbs.
We can look at it and see.
We can do that and something else.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That as long as it took for us to get through the first half of that book.
Well, that's because we're half stupid today.
We're half stupid every day.
True. But I'm so good at it.
You can find us on our website, featherandbone.net. There you'll find access to our lessons, our products. We sell handcrafted products. we sell stuff.
She's like, what do we sell?
Handcrafted products such as spell candles, sprays. We also sell tarot readings. You can buy
I've got some spell oils, but
they're not on the website yet. And our spell kits are not on the website yet either. We need to take photos of them.
Well, just send us an email.
So you can get a tarot reading either from Dawn Rain or myself, or you can get one where we both do a reading on you and you get more information. There's links to the podcast, the Facebook group, all of that. I need to figure out what date is this week that we pick. You know, and I'm because we had put on Facebook about the tarot reading, the free tarot reading that we're going to give away.
Yeah.
And because I made people have to work for it.
Nobody's entering.
No, like I think only 2 people entered.
I even entered.
3 people, counting you, entered. Now, obviously, if the random name picker chooses you, we will have to do it again.
Are you going to put me in it?
No. So right now, I think it might just be Ben and one other person.
I think Lucy.
I
think Gwendolyn, Ben, and Lucy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gwendolyn did as well. So there's 3 people, not counting you. And what it was is I was like, you know, and guys, it could have been as simple. I was like, list, you know, because it kind of connected to the lesson that we had where we talked about correspondences. So I was like, list any herb, plant, stone, and its magical properties. Like, you could have just been like rose quartz and then whatever it's for. You know, it didn't have to be this long drawn out thing. But I just thought people should work for it a little bit. And like, well, if we're going to have to work for it, we're not going to enter.
What did I do? I put amethyst, choose for everything.
Yeah. Could have been that simple. So there's still time. I believe I said that we were going to look at that on the 17th, maybe?
I don't remember.
I'll have to go back and look. So there's still time. I will go on there and explain this on there as well, that you guys still have time to enter for that. So yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, God.
We are gearing up for Beltane. We're excited.
Oh.
I think that's it.
I was stretching.
Sure. Remember, it's magic, motherfuckers.